Welcome to a new YouTube video. So today, I'm going to answer the question, the age-old question of what is the best pair / market to trade? What is the best one? Well, I wish I could tell you that it's just simply EURUSD or something easy like that. But the reality is I would be lying to you because this is actually the wrong question. What is the best pair to trade is not the right question. What the question should be is what is the best pair for my strategy? That is the way better question, right? That is the way better question. And the reason that's the better question is because it's all relative. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you very simply by looking at two pairs. So USD JPY. Now, imagine I have a trend following strategy, right? Where I look to get in with the trend on retracements and I look to just hold, right? Hold until I get stopped out. So if I was to do this on this beautiful trend on USD JPY that we've had since the start of 2024, I would have done phenomenally well. Let's say I entered in on retracement. So I got in here, right? I put my stop loss way down below the low and I left my targets quite far away, right? Look how well this would have done. It would have just trended and trended and trended. Beautiful, right? So a trend following strategy would have worked phenomenally on USD JPY. Now let's take a look at GBP USD. Same time period, 2024 onward. Let's say I decided to take the same approach. How do you think it would have done? Right? Wicked around, wicked me out, right? There was no trend to follow on this chart. Maybe a little bit here coming down to the bearish side, but overall, you would have got screwed about with multiple losses if you tried a trend following strategy in this side of the market, right? Now, what happens if instead of a trend following strategy, I had a mean reversion strategy? A strategy where I looked to basically take price from an extreme back to some sort of midpoint, right? So let's say on this, let me just change that quickly. Let's just say I identify this as a support and I identify up here as a resistance, right? And I had some sort of mean reversion strategy and I just bought every time it came to support and sold every time it came to resistance. I would have done incredibly well on GBP USD. The same mean reversion strategy on USD JPY, right, as you can see here, would have done terribly. So that is why this question has to be flipped on its head. And this right here is the question that we actually want to answer. This right here. So that's the question we want to answer. Now, this is all good and well, right? What is the best market for my strategy? But how do we actually identify that? So I'm going to give you two simple steps, to identify the best pair / market for your strategy. So this is what you're going to want to do. So let me just put it out here. So step number one, you need to identify what market conditions your strategy works best in, okay? So that is the first thing you need to do. Does your strategy, let's say you need to understand what is your strategy. Like, what is it? Is it a mean reversion strategy? Is it a trend following strategy? What is it? And now you can start to test what market conditions does it work best in, right? So just go through some historical data and just test it. Whatever your strategy is, I don't care if it uses EMAs, ICT, I don't care. Test the market conditions that it works best in. And if you say, fine, oh great, my strategy works best in a ranging market, then perfect. You have solved the first question in identifying the best pairs for you. For me, I know that my system, my fundamental swing trading system, works best in trending markets. So I choose to trade pairs and markets that have a tendency to trend. Now, the way I do this is I use fundamentals to identify those markets. But that's a whole different thing, right? So if you've identified the market conditions that your strategy is optimized for, now you need to do step number 2, right? You need to then identify the pairs and markets which most frequently see those conditions, right? So let's say you have a strategy that works phenomenally well in a range-bound market, okay? What you're going to want to trade is pairs that more frequently than others stay range-bound, right? Recently, GBP USD, as I showed, has been a good pair for that, whereas USD JPY has just not been a good pair for that, right? So if you can do this, follow this simple outlay, you will very quickly be able to identify a short list of pairs and markets that are optimal for your strategy. And I tell you, it can make a huge difference. You may have a winning strategy, but you're trading it in the wrong market, in the wrong market conditions. So I highly advise you, go follow this plan, this simple 2-step plan, and watch how it can improve your trading. But anyways, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe because I'm doing daily videos. So subscribe for more content exactly like this. I'm going to be sharing trade ideas, fundamental analysis, educational videos. So follow along for the journey and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So thanks very much for watching. Until next time, cheerio.